guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing that has been on my list for a while because they had all sorts of issues. Oh gosh, this box, I've been waiting for this box for so long. This is the LitJoy crate. I don't even know what season this box is from because now they're a quarterly box. I don't know if this is like the current one that got out faster than the old one, but I know we're waiting for at least one. So we're just gonna get into it because I'm really curious what's in this. I'm a little bit of a mess because I was in the middle of like deep cleaning part of my house, but then I saw this came and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta know what's in this if I've been waiting a couple months for it. Yeah, so this is the long-awaited winter 2022, which is funny because when I think winter 2022, I think of like November, December 2022, not November, December, January, February 22. So that just kind of confused me when I looked at it. I was like, wait a minute, is this the wrong box? Did they print it incorrectly? But here's the much awaited box. I think I've already read the book that's in here, or at least I already have it. It's been so long I can't remember what book is in here. But there is the little magazine. This is new. This is neat. This is very, very cool. We'll go through this at the end because I think this is like a mix of spoilers and like stuff in their shop and stuff. So LitJoy has definitely, in my opinion, kind of changed into more of a shop than a book box company. I feel like the book boxes are like extra, and what they're really trying to get you to do is buy stuff in their shop because they have a lot of really, really cool stuff, but I'm more into boxes. So I was kind of disappointed when they switched to quarterly because I don't get the Harry Potter boxes, and I'm very picky about what classics I buy because I have a lot of copies of classics already and their copies are a little expensive. So I'm really picky about what I buy from them. So I really only get quarterly stuff now from LitJoy, their fantasy box, whatever. So here's a little like sneak peek. Doesn't look like there's any type of packaging, which is kind of disappointing for a box I've been waiting for so long. It doesn't look like anything's breakable though, so, well, I was about to say, they normally have a teacup in here, so I guess we'll see how that looks. I don't really see a teacup shaped anything in here, but let's just see what it is. Okay, let's start with the obvious. A candle. It's hot in Charlotte, so I would not be surprised if it is melted, which it's not. Very nice. Oh, that's interesting. I've never smelled that before. So it's like a peachy color. Warrior Queen. It is pomegranate, amber, cedar, and patchouli. I can definitely smell the cedar, but it's not like gonna punch me in the face. This one's interesting. I'm allergic to a lot of scents. Well, allergic. They make me really stuffy. So I tend to only do like baked goods candles and fruity candles. So this one is like on the borderline because I can definitely smell the cedar. So this is we're gonna have to see about this one. Okay, next item. Literally have no idea what it is. Little bag. Oh, is this like a okay. It's an oh, okay. I like scrunchies. So it is an eye mask. It is an eye mask. Let's see if I can get that on there. And a nice little scrunchie with, it looks like tiaras. It is silk, so it's very nice. It's gonna be very soft. I don't use eye masks, so the eye mask for me is but I do love the scrunchie, and it's actually really nice. I said in a previous video, my hair is very, very, very thin and breaks easily. So I pretty much only exclusively use scrunchies. So I'm always happy getting a scrunchie. Okay, the next item I know is like a long anticipated item for people, and it is a sword replica, and I believe this is Kingdom of Ash, or, I mean, you know, like Throne of Glass. I would need to look that up though, but there's like kind of really cool character in the background. It looks like Aelin. Again, I would have to check. I do not like getting sword replicas. I think they are a waste of an item in a box. I Honestly, I'm just not a big fan of collectibles. Like, I like the teacups and I like the mugs because they have a separate use for them. I'm okay with those, but I do not like... God, it is stuck in here. I do not like replicas. Let me show it again. I do kind of like how they have it though. Like, they have it with the art, because when you remove it, she has the sword there. You can use this as a bookmark. That's really cool. I can use anything as a bookmark, but I'll probably keep this and use it as a bookmark. But here is the replica. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's not my favorite. And honestly, when I think about like the Illumicrate ones, the quality of those compared to this is kind of mediocre at best. It's not very detailed. I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed in this. I don't even remember what the item is that we were waiting for. If this was the item we were waiting for, it's kind of lame. But I want to say it was the book though. I want to say it was the book that was the issue. Okay, next item is in a long white box. So let's see what this is. Ooh, I can smell the wood. So it's something wood. I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, is that a mirror? It's like a Snow White. This looks like a Snow White thing. So it's gonna be kind of weird. You're gonna see like what's behind my house. But it's funny trying to get this. It says Queen. My guess is this just like the Snow White mirror. It's fine. It's nice quality. I'm just not, again, this is a display piece. I guess you can put it in your bathroom and use it as like a makeup mirror, but you would need to string some lights on it. It's fine. Okay, and it looks like we're down to the book. Oh, no. Ooh, let me move the box. Okay, so it looks like we have, oh, this is their new thing, which I actually kind of like. They're neat. So these are called character cards. LitJoy does a bunch of different collectibles. Like Fairy always does like the tarot cards, which I don't know if they're discontinuing or not. And Illumicrate used to do like the coins, and they used to do the pins. LitJoy they were doing a deck. Then they were doing, if you hear a noise, my dog, if I am anywhere without him, he has like a 15-minute timer that if I don't go if I'm gone for 15 minutes, he'll come and try and find me. So if you hear him whining or anything, he's sitting at the top of the stairs now. I can hear him. Poor thing, he's attached to us at the hip. COVID made it a lot worse too. He's 12-year-old Shih Tzu, and COVID made him so anxious about when we leave, because I didn't work during COVID. I had school during COVID. And my husband had a lot more days off during COVID, so he had both of us around all the time. So it's just, he's gotten a lot worse. But anyway, so these are adventure cards. So they like I said, they were doing a deck, and then they were doing like a photo booth kind of looking thing, and now they're doing adventure cards, which I kind of really like. I think they're really cool. So this is the adventure card, and then they have information about the card on the back. So this one says Legend Born, and then it goes through all of the characters. I'm not going to go through all of them, but they're pretty cool. For example, Bree Matthews attends a residential program for bright high schoolers at UNC Chapel Hill. Strengths, weaknesses. So it kind of is almost like a Pokemon card, where it tells you the strength, weaknesses, who's on the card, etc. These are really neat. I have no idea how to display these because there's stuff on both sides. So we'll have to see what I come up with. And then the last item before the book, I think it's to put like a mug on. I'm honestly not sure. It's like a magic carpet. But it's like so it's rubbery on the back, so it, yeah, holds really well onto surfaces. And then the front is like that. And it's like, whoa, okay, I shouldn't have done that. It's like felty feeling. So I don't really want it to get wet unless it's like a wicking, I don't know, this is weird. I'm gonna have to look up what this is. This was a really weird box so far. So anyway, that was it for the box. No teacup, which I think is kind of odd. I thought they were supposed to always have a teacup, but I guess they changed it. I'm gonna have to look up like their updates. I haven't looked up their updates in so long because they haven't had boxes coming out. So let's go ahead and get to the book. So gold sprayed edges, which are unfortunately my least type of sprayed edges. Least favorite. I don't really like gold and silver that much because for some reason they just look like cheaper than other ones. I don't know, I'm weird about it. Okay. Oh, I actually don't have this book. Never mind. Okay, we're good. We're good. I was waiting for it. Wait, do I have this book? I'm gonna need to go look if I actually have this book or not. If I do, it came in another box. I did not buy this separately. Now that I think about it, I think I do have this book, but it either came from Illumicrate or Fairy Loot. I don't know. I'd have to go look, whatever. I have not read it, which is the point. It is very shiny. This Woven Kingdom by, I can never say her name right. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try because it's bad. She wrote the Shatter Me series, which I love. I have all the books upstairs. I love that series. It's just a fun series. Other than that, yeah, so it's just really shiny. I don't think the cover normally looks like this. Again, I hope the spoilers show like what the changes are, but it is gold sprayed edges. They look very nice. I'm just not the biggest fan. This book is almost too shiny. Like, it's so shiny with the gold edges in this. It is not my favorite. Oh, I love this. Exclusive edition for LitJoy. Nice and signed. And I like the end pages. They're very pretty. Very nice. Oh, let's take the dust jacket off. Oh, this is interesting. So when I take the dust jacket off, printed, which is nice. That's pretty. Again, I don't love this. Live in the light without fear. It's a very nice quote. Nothing on the back. I don't love this type, and there's nothing on the spine. And then there is dust jacket art, which is very beautiful. This is so pretty. I kind of like this better. Although I like dust jacket art that physically has the title somewhere, so I know what book it is. Because this doesn't have the title anywhere, I would not reverse it and use this. But that's very beautiful. I like it. Again, I just wish they had like the title like up here somewhere, so I could actually use it as a reverse. Let's say anything else with the book, but I believe that is it. Yeah, I showed you it signed. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about what this book is about. To all the world, Aliza is a disposable servant, never to be known for who she really is. The long-lost heir to an ancient Jinn kingdom, she is hunted always, forced to hide in plain sight lest she expose herself to danger. Until one day, she makes a mistake. The crown prince, Kamran, has heard the prophecies. He knows of the fearsome monster promised to kill his king. Darkness is fast descending upon his empire, driving Kamran to desperately seek out its source. But as he grows ever more suspicious of the servant girl with the strange eyes, the more he learns about her, and the harder it is to turn away, even if falling for someone like Aliza means forfeiting everything he's ever known. This Woven Kingdom is a story of clashing empires, forbidden romance, and a long-forgotten queen who must claw her way through darkness to reclaim her throne, rebuild her kingdom, and save her people from the half-lives they've been forced to live. Yeah, that sounds like something I'd read, and I'd pretty much probably pick up everything from this author, because gosh, I loved the Shatter Me series. You know you're probably in for a really good romance because of how good the Shatter Me series was. Let's go to the spoiler card really fast to kind of figure some stuff out. All right, so the LitJoy special customizations for this book are the gold gilded edges signed by the author, tip-in artwork by Fernanda Maya, custom reversible dust jacket by Fernanda Maya, exclusive end page design, custom case wrap design by Timbirin, exclusive author letter printed on the end pages of the book. author letter. So that is going to be inside the book. I didn't see that. Ah, okay. So with right inside, it has the author letter, which I love. I wish all book boxes put the author letter inside the book so I don't lose them. I much prefer them inside the book. It makes it even more special. I was wondering about the art. I was like, I did not see art. And there is art on the back of the author letter. So that is really nice. I like it. I'm not sure if I love the art, but I like it being inside the book. So I'm happy with that. Don't love this. Again, I don't know if that's in the actual book. I think this is just the regular book. I don't like this cover. So that's not on LitJoy. I don't love the gold edges, but I don't know what else you would do. Maybe red, metallic red, or matte red to kind of, ooh, they should have done matte red because then it wouldn't be so flippin' shiny. Okay, so that is the book. So the first item would be the letter opener. It is Selena Sardathian in Throne of Glass. They call it a sword/letter opener. So technically it's usable. That doesn't really strike me as a letter opener, but I guess I can use it as that. It is an officially licensed Sarah J. Maas item, which is really cool. I do really appreciate it when book boxes try to get officially licensed on things, because then part of the proceeds go to them. You know, they approve of the item. That is really cool. It was designed by Maggie Rose Studio and is part of our Storybook Treasure Collection. I haven't heard of that. I need to look that up. The candle is Crown of Feathers by Novelly Yours. I really like Novelly Yours candles. They burn really, really nice and they smell really good. The selection. Okay, I was going to guess that the sleep mask was selection because it has the same color as America's Dress on like the first book. And I have the series there. It's literally right behind. Actually, you can see them. You can see their faces right there. Right there. Yep. Yeah, so I like that it's the selection. I like the scrunchie. Not a big fan of the actual sleep mask. The Wrath and Dawn, okay. The Wrath and the Dawn mug rug. I like it. I don't know how much use I'm going to be getting out of it. I think it's a really neat item and it's taken very literally. I don't like that they said this is the Wrath and the Dawn because it doesn't like slap you in the face as the Wrath and the Dawn. I know Aladdin's rug looks totally different, but that's where my mind went to immediately. So people who really, really like the Wrath and the Dawn may be disappointed in that. I can literally just hear my dog just trampling. Shh! You're okay! See it! He's gonna start crying in a minute. Okay, so the mirror, Fairest Mirror. So not Snow White, but basically. Marissa Meyer, Fairest by Maggie Rose Studio. That's neat. And then the adventure card, which is the artist was Sofia Volovic. And it says, introducing our new collectibles. These beautiful cards are perfect to display. They are not part of a card game, but trust us, you're going to want them all. And then it lists out all of the add-ons, which you could get another adventure card, which would have been the Caravel tent. I have feelings about the add-ons. To me, the add-ons are the best items and they want you to pay extra for them, which makes sense, but it makes me kind of mad. So this, I was not a fan of this box. I feel like you could probably tell with me opening it. We've waited months for this box and honestly, it was a major letdown. You put a sleep mask, a mirror, a tiny, tiny candle, and that mug rug in a box, and you expect us to be happy with that and want to buy more add-ons. A lot of these items are not very expensive items. I feel like the mirror is probably where most of the money went, and the book. But they're charging more. Like they're charging more for their quarterly than their regular monthly boxes were. So I'm not particularly happy with this box. I'm kind of... And there's the dog. Honey, you could have waited like 10 more minutes. Come here. Come here, you get to be on camera now because you couldn't wait. Come here. Come here. Oh. Oh, here's the gremlin. Tezzy, right here. Right here. Oh, I know. He's so unhappy. He's getting groomed this weekend. Are you looking out the window? Yeah. Like I said, my phone decided to tell me that I had no more storage left, so I had to go through that. So that's why it's probably gonna cut weird here. So what we were talking about, yeah, basically I'm just really disappointed in this, and we're talking about the add-ons. These fairy doors that are now the add-ons, and now my neighbor has decided to beat the crap out of something. I have no idea what they do. They just moved in and they do the weirdest stuff. Okay. Like I said, I feel like they leave the coolest stuff out of the box, the most expensive stuff. If you want us to continue getting the box and thus continuing getting add-ons, you have to throw, I'm using like a chainsaw? A drill? You have to throw your subscribers a bone. These fairy doors are really cool. You could include one of those maybe once a year in a box, or even the enamel pin. Like, they don't even have the enamel pin. The enamel pin's an add-on. You can't get it, like, it doesn't come in the box. Are you kidding me? Put the sleep mask as an add-on and put the enamel pin in the box. That's so annoying. That's so annoying, and it makes me not want to get the box anymore. I feel like I wasted money on this box. I'm not very happy about it, to be honest. I think the big ticket item was supposed to be the sword replica, and it's just not very good. I feel like a lot of people are gonna have a problem with this box. Anyway, let's move on before I get angrier and angrier. They have a list of all their special editions, so that's really cool. It just feels like a catalog for their stuff. I feel like they're pushing, yeah, there's their Mortal Instruments set, which I kind of want to get, but there were so many issues with the Strange the Dreamer set, which I did get. Mine was okay. The binding on one of mine's a little weird, but I'm afraid to spend $250 on a set and it not be perfect. So I don't really trust them completely for that. And then it says, don't miss our spring crate, Magic Awakens. The crate exclusive item, a drachma coin. I do like that. If that comes in the crate, see, that's a really good item. That's such a cool item. I'm really excited to get that, and I already paid for it. Like, if I hadn't already paid for the box, I would be seriously considering not getting it. That's how much I didn't like this box. And we've been waiting so long for it, so, oof. And then they have what's coming next on the back here, which is really awkward because it's April, May, June, and we are now in June. So it should have been June, July, August. That's how late this is. So anyway, not happy. I feel like I'm just reading like a catalog where we're supposed to buy stuff for them. Whatever. They needed to try a little more in this box. That's what I'm gonna go with. My favorite item, I guess the scrunchie, not even the sleep set. I guess the scrunchie would be my favorite item. And my least favorite is probably going to be a tie between the mirror and the replica, because I think they were supposed to be like really expensive, nice items, and they just don't seem that nice. So I really hope no one at LitJoy sees this, because it's not a very nice review, and I hate being not nice, but I also want to be honest about what I'm getting, because I think it's unfair to just be nice about everything and then someone buys this stuff and they don't like it. So I'm disappointed. If you haven't subscribed to LitJoy yet, maybe wait another month. You can probably find all of this on like Mercari, and oftentimes they put all this stuff in their shop later, so you probably won't miss out on anything if there's anything you really liked, or in the next box if there's anything that you end up liking. I would wait a month, see how next, or wait a season, a quarter, see what next quarter looks like, and if that's nice, then maybe do the next quarter after. But because I'm a little nervous about the next box now, and I'm gonna have to look up the teacup stuff. I thought they were still doing teacups, so now I'm confused about what's going on. If they switched the teacups for the replica swords, I'm not going to be happy if it's constant swords. So I'm going to have to look that up because I think they did say it's part of their lost treasure or treasure collection. So I bet they're not doing teacups anymore. I'm going to have to look that up. I've said it a million times, but I'm like, I'm so out of sorts because I was expecting a teacup. Okay, so that's my unboxing for the LitJoy Winter 2022/2021. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about this box. Don't be too mean in the comments if you didn't like it. I also would love to know if you actually really like this box. I'm sorry if you like this box and my review is so depressing, but just let me know. I would love to hear your opinion about it. So yeah, that's the box, and I will see you guys in the next video.